Making the shift from pleasant conversation to a focused sales call can be tricky. In today's Live at the Gym, we will talk about how you can build trust and establish confidence with smooth transitions. Hi, I'm Dale Fallon, and welcome to Live at the Gym, where we work out our communication muscles so we can improve the quality of our conversations. Today's Live at the Gym session is focusing on a very important step in any relationship: transition. Transitions happens when we move from one stage of relationship to another. In the business development process, there are 3 stages in the process. Stage 1 is qualify and build rapport. Stage 2 is discovery and credibility. And stage 3, propose solutions. No matter how long your sales process is, you've got these 3 stages. And the way you transition from one stage to the next will have a huge impact on your success within those stages. So let's start with a little story. All right. Let's picture a situation where most salespeople have found themselves in. Our hero, Barbara, is at a networking function with a lot of potential clients. It's a very target-rich environment. In fact, she's talking to one right now. She's done a great job with her elevator questions. If you don't know what that means, check out our videos on elevator questions. She's done a great job, and she knows that this is a real prospect. She wants to move forward with this conversation. She's talking to a decision maker. This decision maker has a problem that she knows her company is uniquely qualified to solve. They've even identified a budget and a time frame to move forward. So this is a real opportunity for her. So what does she do now? She's excited about this opportunity, but she also knows that in the room, there are at least 4 or 5 other opportunities for her. How does she transition from this conversation into other conversations without offending the person that she's talking to and keeping the conversation fluid and moving forward? Well, let's talk about, let me ask first, what would you say? Insert your dramatic pause here, right? What would you say? Barbara, our TCG member who has practiced this thousands of times, is prepared. She says to her new suspect, who's now a prospect, "Well, Nathan, it looks like we could really help in this situation. We've helped several other clients in your industry with this issue, and I'd love to dig a little bit deeper to find solutions for you. Let's schedule a quick 45-minute meeting to get some more details and to give you more information about how we do business. Then I can put something together for you." Does it sound good? A smooth transition invites her new prospect into the next step without offense and allows Barbara to move around the room and explore other opportunities. Having this transition prepared and ready to go makes it more comfortable for Barbara. She doesn't have to think about it. She's there and she's ready to move into that next stage. So, what are the components of your transition statement? These are the pieces that we want you to build so that you can put it together and practice it so that you're very comfortable and you've got it at the ready when the time comes. It's polished and ready to use. The pieces of this are basically the level playing field, if you're familiar with that term from the communication gym, of the discovery meeting. You want to set the stage for the discovery meeting. Let them know what you're inviting them into so that they can say yes or no, and be clear and specific so that it's not ambiguous. It's not something that either party is uncertain of. The 3 component parts are the purpose, the process, and the time frame. These are the 3 things that you want to be clear on and set expectations for. So the purpose of the discovery meeting is to uncover challenges that you may have and make sure that we have a good understanding of what the situation is and whether or not you can solve that problem for them. The process is how we will move through the meeting. It's basically the agenda. It's letting them know what the meeting looks like so they can prepare as well. And the time frame is a clear commitment on how long that meeting should take. Don't leave it open-ended. Don't leave it ambiguous, because that's too much confusion. So be really clear on your purpose, your process, and your time frame for this. Once you've built your transition statement from stage 1 to stage 2, that's the one that we're practicing and working with today. Don't forget about communication styles. Some styles are going to want a different meeting for a discovery meeting. They might want a 30-minute meeting versus a 45-minute meeting, or a more focused meeting. And the way you present the information, the way you ask the question, is going to have an impact on whether or not they say yes. So we'll practice with styles. Be succinct, be confident, and be clear. You can incorporate different tactics. You can make it your own. This should not be a rote scripted piece, but it should be something that you've practiced enough that you're very comfortable with. So speaking of practice, time to work. So here's what we'll do for today's practice. I'm going to take that transition statement that we wrote for Barbara, and I'm going to practice it in 3 different communication styles so that you get a sense of what those styles look like. I'll change my volume, my pace, my tone, and the way I use my body when I communicate. And I might throw some different wording in there as well. I might even change the time frame based on the style. But this is how I can practice both style and my transition statement at the same time. So here we go. Well, Nathan, it looks like we could really help in this situation. I'm excited about the opportunity to work with you and your team. We've helped so many other clients in your industry to get great results from this. I'd love to spend some more time with you. Let's get together for 45 minutes next week. Anybody else you'd want to bring into that meeting would be great too. Any other decision makers to come along. We'll dig deep in, make sure we have a good understanding. I'll tell you a little bit about our company and how we do business. And if there's a really good fit, which I suspect there might be, we'll talk about what the next stages in the sales process look like. So that was an I style practice. Let's shift down a little bit and go into an S. Well, Nathan, I really appreciate the time talking to you today. And I feel like there's a good fit between our company and our cultures. I think we might be able to help you and your company as well with this problem. We've helped a lot of other companies in your industry with situations like this, and a lot of other people in your situation to move beyond the challenges that they're facing here. I think it would be great if we had an opportunity to sit down for 45 minutes, maybe an hour, to get to know each other better, get a better understanding of the situation and the problem that you're facing, so that you get to know us a little bit better as well, and see if we've got a good fit. If we do, we can take the next steps and maybe put together a proposal. That would be the S communication style, introverted and people-oriented. Let's shift gears into a high D. Listen, Nathan, this looks like a great fit. We've helped a lot of other companies just like yours in your industry solve this problem. I think we can do the same for you. Let's get together as soon as we can for a 45-minute meeting. We'll hash out some of the details, make sure you and I are both on the same page. And if we've got something that we can sink our teeth into, we'll put together a proposal for you. How does that sound? Same bullet points, same 3 purpose, process, and time frame, but presented in very different ways. That was the D style. Okay. It's important that you have these tools in your tool belt. Make sure that you work with them over and over again so that you're comfortable presenting in a way that suits your audience. This isn't about you. This is about the people that you're talking to, and being able to communicate in a way that helps them feel comfortable, that keeps them in their home court advantage, if you will. So what do you do about it? If you're in business development, whether it's your full-time job or whether it's part of your job, then you're responsible for bringing in new business. Build your own transition statements from stage 1 to stage 2. Stage 2 to 3, we can talk about another time, but build that transition statement. It's such an important piece. Practice it out loud. Practice it soft. Practice it loud. Practice it slowly. Practice it quickly. Practice it in the car. Practice it in the house. Practice it. Practice until you can't get it wrong. Keep practicing so that you've got these at the ready. I don't want you to think about them when you're in that conversation. And when you're practiced, they'll be there for you. They'll be ready to go. Thank you for joining us for this live at the gym. Join us Thursdays right here on LinkedIn for more communication workouts. And don't forget, practice until you can't get it wrong. Grab your complimentary playbook page in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our blog for more communication practice tips and exercises. Thank you for joining us on this week's workout, and we'll see you at the gym.